6 August 1945, the world witnessed a horrifying event that would be remembered for centuries to come. On this day, an American bomber named Enola Gay dropped an atomic bomb over the city of Hiroshima in Japan. The energy released by this bomb was equivalent to 20,000 tons of TNT. In just a matter of moments, the entire city was obliterated, an incident known by the moniker Little Boy. This disaster resulted in the loss of an estimated 150,000 to 200,000 lives. The creator of the catastrophic device used in this event was Dr. J. Robert Oppenheimer, who is also known as the father of the atomic bomb.
Today, we are going to discuss about him. Let's start the video.
Chapter 1. The beginning. Dr. Robert Oppenheimer was born on April 22, 1904, in New York City. His father, Julius Oppenheimer, was a successful textile businessman, and his mother, Ella Friedman, was an artist. From a very young age, Robert had a strong interest in science. He completed his graduation from Harvard University, during which his enthusiasm shifted more towards physics and chemistry. Later on, he pursued his further studies at the University of Cambridge. During this, he drew inspiration from famous physicists such as Max Born and Niels Bohr. After coming back to America, Dr. Oppenheimer conducted research in theoretical physics at the University of California, focusing on quantum mechanics and nuclear physics. Chapter 2. World War II. On September 1, 1939, Germany announced the beginning of the Second World War. As a result of this decision, some German scientists fled to America to escape from these possible dangers. Among these well-known scientists, there was Albert Einstein also present. They informed the U.S. President Roosevelt about Germany's nuclear program. In 1941, as a response to Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor, the United States initiated a program to develop nuclear weapons. For this challenging task, the first name that emerged was Robert Oppenheimer. In 1942, he was appointed as the chief director of the Los Alamos Laboratory in New Mexico, also known as the Manhattan Project. The sole purpose of this laboratory was to quickly develop a nuclear bomb because there was an information that Germany was ahead in the race to build the bomb. Oppenheimer's team achieved success within a short period. The first successful nuclear test, named Trinity, took place on 16 July 1945. On the morning of 6 August 1945, around 7 o'clock, Japanese radar detected an aircraft approaching from the south. All radio broadcasts in Japan were stopped, and everyone started hearing the sound of sirens. However, it was just a weather surveillance plane behind that plane. There was an American B-29 bomber, Enola Gay, whose pilot was Colonel Paul Tibbets, who sent the message all good to indicate readiness. The bomber's target was the AOI bridge, and the nuclear bomb it carried was named Little Boy. At precisely 8:15, Little Boy began to fall over Hiroshima, taking about 33 to 45 seconds to reach the ground. The bomb exploded when it was about 500 meters above the ground, resulting in a temperature spike of around 4,000 deg. At such a high temperature, the whole city turned into ashes. The fireball extended for several kilometers. This explosion caused the deaths of approximately 70 to 80,000 people. Additionally, tens of thousands more people died due to radiation exposure. This level of devastation was unprecedented, and the conditions were unimaginably horrifying. After this massive devastation, Dr. Oppenheimer's reaction was as follows. Bhagavad Gita quote video clip.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried. Most people were silent. I remembered the line from the Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. Vishnu is trying to persuade the prince that he should do his duty. And to impress
this destruction of the city, because of the nuclear bomb, the Japanese government surrendered, and shortly afterward, World War II came to an end. Following this, Oppenheimer declined involvement in further nuclear weaponry projects. However, a few years later, relations between the United States and the Soviet Union became tense. The race to become a superpower began between these two nations. During this period, the United States decided to develop a fission-based hydrogen bomb. Oppenheimer strongly opposed this and declined any participation in the project. It is reasonable to anticipate that those who challenged government decisions might face backlash. Subsequently, the government began monitoring Oppenheimer. In 1954, a government committee accused him of having connections with communists. He admitted to having friends who were communists, but he was not the one. After that, his security clearance was revoked, and he was excluded from all government-related activities. However, he continued to receive support from the scientific community and the public. Throughout his life, Dr. Oppenheimer had a habit of smoking, which eventually led to his death from throat cancer on 18 February 1967. Dr. Oppenheimer's life has been the subject of the book American Prometheus, The Triumph and Tragedy of J. Robert Oppenheimer, authored by Kai Bird and Martin Sherwin. The story has also been adapted into a film directed by Christopher Nolan, known for movies like Inception and The Dark Knight. In the film, Cillian Murphy portrays the role of Oppenheimer. Please let us know how you found the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share the video with your loved ones.